All right, folks, let's talk about Sigma males. Now, this is a term that gets thrown around a lot these days, and like a lot of things on the internet, it's ripe for misunderstanding. You got all these dudes out there trying to fit themselves into this box, thinking it's some kind of cheat code to becoming this ultimate badass lone wolf. But here's the thing, man. Being a Sigma male isn't about fitting into some predefined mold. It's not about wearing a certain type of clothing, driving a certain car, or acting a certain way. It's about something much deeper, man. It's about self-discovery, self-mastery, and forging your own path. In this video, we're going to break down 5 common misconceptions about Sigma males, 5 actions that actually prove you're not on that Sigma path. We're going to dive deep, man, and explore the psychology behind these actions, why they're holding you back, and what you can do to actually embody that Sigma spirit. So buckle up, grab your elk meat and mushroom coffee, because this is going to be a wild ride. First up, we're tackling the need for constant validation. Now, this is a big one, man. It's human nature to want to be liked, to want approval from others. But when you're constantly seeking validation from external sources, it becomes a problem. It's like you're outsourcing your self-worth, man. You're letting other people dictate your value. Think about it like this. You're out in the wild, right? You're a lone wolf, just doing your thing. You catch a rabbit for dinner. Now, does that wolf need to go show off that rabbit to all the other animals in the forest to feel good about himself? Hell no. He knows he's a badass. He provided for himself. He doesn't need anyone else to tell him that. And that's the key difference. A Sigma male, he finds validation from within. He knows his own worth. He doesn't need likes on Instagram. He doesn't need compliments on his outfit. He doesn't need anyone to tell him he's doing a good job. He just knows. And that, my friends, is true freedom. All right, let's talk about trends. Now, trends can be fun, right? They can bring a sense of excitement and novelty into our lives. They can be a way to express yourself, to try new things, and to break out of your comfort zone. But when you're blindly following every trend that comes along, you're not really expressing yourself, are you? You're just conforming to what others think is cool. You're letting the herd dictate your choices, your style, and even your thoughts. It's like those sheep, man. They just follow the one in front of them. No questions asked, no second thoughts. They don't stop to think, hey, where are we even going? Is this the right direction for me? Is this really the best path for me? Is this what I truly want? They just blindly follow, man, without any sense of purpose or direction. And that's the problem with blindly following trends. You're essentially giving up your individuality, your unique sense of self. You're letting someone else tell you what to wear, what to listen to, what to think, and even how to live your life. You become a follower, not a leader. You lose your own voice in the noise of the crowd. Now, I get it. We all want to be cool, right? We all want to be accepted and liked by our peers. We want to fit in, to be part of the group, to feel like we belong. And trends often promise this illusion of cool, this sense of belonging. They make us believe that if we just buy this certain product or wear this certain brand, we'll somehow become cooler, more desirable, more accepted. It's like that scene in Fight Club, man. Remember Tyler Durden talking about how we're all just slaves to our possessions? The things you own end up owning you. They start to define you. That's what happens when you chase trends, man. You become so focused on acquiring these external markers of cool that you lose sight of what truly matters. You become a slave to the algorithm, man. You're constantly chasing the next big thing, the next dopamine hit, the next fleeting sense of validation. But real cool, man, It doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from within. You're constantly chasing the next big thing, the next dopamine hit, the next fleeting sense of validation. But real cool, man, it doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from within. It comes from being comfortable in your own skin, from owning your individuality, from forging your own path. It's about knowing who you are and what you stand for, and not letting anyone else dictate that for you. So, next time you feel the urge to jump on the latest trend, take a moment to ask yourself, is this really me? Or am I just trying to fit in? Remember, true coolness comes from being true to yourself. All right, so we're talking about Sigma males, right? These guys are a fascinating breed. These dudes are comfortable in their own skin. They exude a quiet confidence that doesn't need external validation. They don't need a posse to feel validated. They walk through life with a sense of purpose and self-assurance. It's like, imagine a lone wolf roaming the wilderness. This wolf isn't seeking approval from a pack. It's thriving on its own. He's not out there looking for approval from a pack of chihuahuas. He's out there, doing his thing, living his life. He's cool being alone, figuring things out for himself. This self-reliance is a hallmark of the Sigma male. Now, that doesn't mean he's antisocial. He can engage with others when he chooses to. He can hang with the pack, but he's not dependent on it. He enjoys social interactions, but doesn't rely on them for his sense of self. He's self-sufficient, you know, like a motherfucker who can build his own cabin and survive off the land. Think about it, man. This level of independence is rare and admirable. Some of the most innovative, creative people spent a serious amount of time alone. This solitude allowed them to tap into their inner genius. Nikola Tesla, for example, was known for his solitary nature. He thrived in his own company. He'd lock himself away in his lab for days, just him and his crazy inventions. This intense focus led to groundbreaking discoveries. And look what he accomplished. His solitary work led to some of the most important technological advancements of our time. Alternating current, wireless communication. The dude was a straight-up genius. His ability to work alone was a key factor in his success. And I bet you a bag of elk meat that a big part of that genius came from his ability to be alone with his thoughts. This solitude allowed him to explore ideas deeply. See? Solitude allows you to tap into that inner dialogue, that voice inside your head that's usually drowned out by the noise of everyday life. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery. It's like going on a sensory deprivation tank journey. Man, you cut out all the external stimuli and you're forced to confront your own thoughts and emotions. You cut out all the external stimuli and you're forced to confront your own thoughts and emotions. This can lead to profound insights. And that can be scary, man. It can be really uncomfortable at first. We're not used to being alone with our thoughts. It can be really uncomfortable at first because we're so used to distractions, to constantly being bombarded with information and stimulation. Because we're so used to distractions, to constantly being bombarded with information and stimulation. But this discomfort is a necessary part of the process. But if you can push through that discomfort, you'll start to learn some really profound shit about yourself. You'll start to see things more clearly. You'll start to understand your own motivations, your strengths, your weaknesses. This self-awareness is invaluable. And that self-awareness, that's like gold, man. It's the foundation for personal growth and for becoming a truly independent, self-assured individual. It's the foundation for personal growth and for becoming a truly independent, self-assured individual. This independence is a key trait of the Sigma male. So, if you're the kind of dude who's constantly surrounded by people, who needs to be entertained every second of the day. I'm telling you, try embracing solitude a little bit. Start small. You don't have to go off the grid. Maybe go for a walk by yourself or spend an hour in nature without your phone. These small steps can make a big difference. You might be surprised by what you find out about yourself. You might discover new interests or insights. And hey, you might even enjoy it. There's a certain peace that comes with being comfortable in your own company. Because there's a certain peace that comes with being comfortable in your own company. This peace is a sign of true self-acceptance. It's like you're not relying on anyone else for your happiness or your sense of self. You're content just being you, man. You're content just being you, man. And that, my friends, is a powerful thing. It's a level of self-assurance that few people ever reach. And that, my friends, is a powerful thing. Embrace solitude, and you'll find a strength within yourself that you never knew existed. All right, so you're always trying to one-up the next guy. You always gotta be on top. It's like a never-ending race where you constantly feel the need to outdo everyone around you. That kind of relentless competition, man. It's a recipe for burnout. You push yourself to the limit, and before you know it, you're completely drained. It's like you're chasing this external validation, always needing to prove yourself. You become obsessed with how others perceive you, and it starts to consume you. You know, a real Sigma, they're not worried about that. They walk their own path, confident in their own skin, not needing to constantly compare themselves to others. Think about it, man. When you're constantly comparing yourself to others, you're never really present in your own life. You're always somewhere else, mentally, missing out on the moments that truly matter. You're so busy looking over your shoulder, seeing if someone's gaining on you, that you miss out on the journey. The journey is where the real growth happens, where you learn and evolve. And the thing is, this need to compete, it can bleed into every aspect of your life. It doesn't just stay in the office. It follows you home, affecting your personal relationships and your peace of mind. From your career to your relationships, you're always trying to keep score. It's like you're in a constant state of competition, and it never lets you rest. It's exhausting, man. Trust me, I've been there. The constant pressure to outperform everyone else can take a serious toll on your mental and physical health. Now, this isn't to say that you shouldn't strive for excellence, that you shouldn't have goals. Goals are important. They give you direction and purpose. You gotta have goals, man. But those goals, they gotta come from within. They need to be about your own growth and fulfillment, not about outshining others. But those goals, they gotta come from within. It's about finding what truly makes you happy and fulfilled, not just what looks good on paper. It's about personal growth, about pushing yourself to be better than you were yesterday. It's a journey of self-improvement, not a race against others. See, a true Sigma, they're not competing with anyone but themselves. They measure their success by their own standards, not by how they stack up against others. They're focused on their own path, on becoming the best version of themselves. They invest time and energy into their own growth and development. They find fulfillment in the journey, not just the destination. The process of getting there is just as important, if not more so, than the end result. And you know what? When you're not consumed by competition, you can actually appreciate other people's successes. You can genuinely be happy for them without feeling threatened. You can celebrate their wins without feeling like it diminishes your own accomplishments. Their success doesn't take away from yours. It adds to the collective achievement. Here's a crazy thought. What if instead of competing, we collaborated? What if we pooled our resources and knowledge to achieve something greater together? What if we lifted each other up, shared our knowledge and resources? Imagine the possibilities, man. The synergy of working together can create outcomes far beyond what we could achieve alone. Think about it in nature, right? Animals that work together often have a better chance of survival. Like a pack of wolves, they work together to bring down prey, to survive. They understand the power of collaboration and mutual support. They don't sit around comparing themselves to each other. They collaborate. That's how they thrive. They know that their strength lies in their unity. We humans, we're social creatures too. We're wired to connect, to support each other, to build communities. We're meant to work together, to support each other. When we do, we create a sense of belonging and purpose that drives us forward. When we tap into that, man, that's when we can achieve truly great things. Together, we can reach heights that we could never achieve alone. All right, let's talk about discipline, man. It's the cornerstone of any successful endeavor. Without it, you're just drifting through life, at the mercy of your impulses. See, we live in a world of instant gratification. You want something, you can get it with a click of a button. But that instant gratification, it can be a dangerous thing. It can lead to a lack of discipline, a lack of drive. Think about it. You want to get in shape, but you'd rather stay on the couch and watch TV. You want to start a business, but you'd rather scroll through social media. That's the lack of discipline talking, my friend. Now, a Sigma, they understand the power of delayed gratification. They know that the most rewarding things in life take time, effort, and, yeah, discipline. Think about training for a marathon. It's grueling, man. Weeks and months of pushing yourself, of early mornings and sore muscles. But that feeling of crossing the finish line, that sense of accomplishment, that's the reward for discipline. It's about making the hard choices, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work, day after day, even when you're not seeing immediate results. Now, discipline, it's not some magical trait you're born with. It's like a muscle, man. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Set small goals for yourself each day and stick to them. Maybe it's waking up early, going for a run, or reading for an hour. Whatever it is, be consistent. And don't be afraid to fail, man. Failure is part of the process. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. That's how you build discipline. So there you have it, folks. 5 things that might indicate you're not quite a Sigma male. Remember, it's not about fitting into some rigid mold. It's about self-awareness, personal growth, and striving to be the best version of yourself. Take a look in the mirror, man. Are you seeking validation from others? Are you following the crowd or forging your own path? Are you embracing solitude and self-reflection? Are you driven by competition or collaboration? Are you disciplined in your pursuits? These are just some things to think about. It's a journey, man. We're all works in progress. But hey, if you found this helpful, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more content like this. We'll keep exploring these ideas, keep pushing the boundaries. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.